Hello everyone, my name is Tocho and welcome back to Warcraft 3 Reforged. Last time we managed to wake up Malfurion Stormrage, the one of the more powerful druids, or probably the most powerful druid on Azeroth at the time. And he's going to help us wake up his students, the other druids, to help combat the Burning Legion. In Chapter 4, the Druids Arise.
It has been 1,000 years since I last looked upon you, Tyrande. I thought of you every moment I roamed through the Emerald Dream.
My heart rejoices to see you again, my love. But I would not have awakened you unless the need was urgent.
In the dream, I felt our land being corrupted, just as if it were my own body. You were right to awaken me.
The Burning Legion has returned. Cenarius is dead, and Outlanders roam freely through our most sacred vales.
As was foretold. No doubt Archimonde will make his way to Hyjal Summit and attack the World Tree. If he succeeds in draining the tree's energies, this world will be doomed.
My only thought was to awaken you and the rest of the druids. The druids of the Talon reside within the Barrow Dens at the end of this valley. If we can reach them, we may have a chance to stop Archimonde and his demons.
That did it, boys! We've driven them off! Let's regroup back at the base and tend to our wounded.
So, the Outlanders battle against the undead as well. They could prove to be powerful allies against Archimonde and his ilk.
They are mongrels and nothing more. They are responsible for Cenarius' death. I will be damned before I stand with them.
Perhaps you are right, my love. We will establish our new settlement here. Keep your sentries alert. I doubt that we have seen the last of the Outlanders or the undead.
Alright, let's quickly claim this gold mine real quick, and then we'll introduce Malfurion.
By Elune.
So let's get you guys. Come up here. Just gonna plop you down right here, Tree of Ages. Ancient of War. Ancient of Lore. And Protectors. The Wisp can start working on lumber while we're doing this.
As the goddess
As the
wills.
Trents get stuck on themselves.
So
Okay, Malfurion is
Something
the
is amiss.
Keeper of the Grove, is the second hero type that we encounter. Very similar to Cenarius in abilities. He is the intelligence hero, the caster hero. They come with entangling roots, which causes vines to erupt from the ground and wrap around a target, immobilizing them to deal a little bit of damage. Force of Nature summons 3 treants, which is, think of it kind of like Raise Undead, or the Raise Dead spell, but you had used it on trees. And then Thorn's Aura is pretty nifty. People with this aura on, when they take damage, they'll deal a little bit of damage back to their attacker, or only melee damage. And then Tranquility is a massive area of effect heal. It's pretty potent. Okay, so we need to we're just getting this stuff established. So there's voice lines, I guess.
Dulled my senses. The land and I are one. What threatens these lands? I sensed darkness in the
your
dreamwaves.
building is complete.
The Legion has returned at last. This will be difficult without Cenarius' guidance. Our sins have returned to haunt us. Kalimdor must be saved at all costs. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one.
He doesn't have anything funny to say? Let's see. Okay, so this actually does act like a Hellstone with a 200 hit point bonus as well. I'm not sure if the region is as powerful as a Hellstone, but it's something. That's the Horn of Cenarius that we gathered in the last mission. It just kind of stays on Malfurion. Okay, so we got that going. Let's get gold.
Insufficient gold.
Meanwhile, let's have Tyrande scout around for us. Ideally, I'd like to pick up a second Mana Stone for Malfurion. Let's see what we got working up here.
By Elune. Immediately.
Okay.
Our sacred grove is being
Don't have any way of getting up there. They're just gonna send out wyverns periodically, apparently. Hello?
As the goddess wills.
For Kalimdor.
Our gold mine is running low.
Already?
Our resources are depleting fast. We must find another gold mine and muster our forces. Only then will we be able to reach the Barrowed Ends.
Increases strength. Yeah, I'll hold on to that.
For Kalimdor.
So I guess we gotta scout around and find another gold mine. There's one. That was easy. So if I remember right, this mission has you actually moving your base throughout the entire encounter.
As the goddess wills.
So you gotta be careful with losing your units. So let's build up.
Insufficient gold.
Just get a little standing force going.
So be it.
The undead are up here, so I think the orcs and the undead are just going to keep sending flyers out at each other, and we'll occasionally get caught in the crossfire.
Wait. I know those furbolgs. They escaped from Ashenvale when the corruption started to spread.
Perhaps they did not escape the corruption after all.
No. The furbolgs we helped rescue
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
seem to have found the corrupted fountain. So yeah, these guys just have flyers here, and I don't have any flying units of my own to deal with that. Oh, that's not good. Where did I rally you guys?
Standing up.
Immediately.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep sending
Our
flyers
warriors
after each
have
other.
engaged the enemy. Goddess, light my path.
I've never seen the creature so aggressive before.
Then I will put an end to their curse.
Yeah, that
Undo
doesn't have a lot of,
Falador!
That doesn't have a lot of gold in that one either.
So be it.
Defiled Fountain of Life. It doesn't
Someone
provide any
threatens the
bonuses while
wilds.
it's doing that.
As the goddess wills. By Elune.
Goddess, light my path. The great outdoors.
So let's just keep a
Hi. Speak your
relatively
mind.
small force moving around with us.
Our gold
Immediately.
mine has collapsed.
And time to move.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Your
Someone
building
threatens
is
the wilds.
complete. Treant may not root them.
Okay, so The Ancient of War
Research
over here was under attack, so instead of having him just fight on his feet, I had him root, because that changes his armor type to fortified, which makes him take reduced damage from these guys' normal attacks. Just as a neat thing you can do with that. Let's have him eat a tree on his way. That tree. And then root down here.
The goddess calls.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
By Elune.
Okay.
Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune.
So we were already provided some buildings up here, or our standing buildings, because they're kind of out of the way, so we don't have to worry about building those up with us. So we do have, you know, moonwells and upgrades over here we can send people to utilize. Did your whisk come out? Yes, it did. It's right there. So you'll be our repair person for down here. Meanwhile, let's go finish up here.
Wills. By Elune.
Because we're going to have to move gold mines again. Oh, give the mantle to Malfurion. That's why I was holding on to that.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
I'm just going to keep moving out.
Immediately.
It shall be done.
And these guys are pretty beefy on their own. Very nice. Especially with the relatively short cooldown the Force of Nature has.
The voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild.
Research
we have
finished.
a human base over here, but they're blocked in by trees. Up here,
What
what's in this
threatens
box?
these lands? Ashtherodalador.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
For Kalimdor.
The goddess calls. So be it.
I accidentally told my people to
In
attack.
position.
Huntress.
It shall be done.
The goddess calls.
Some of them, please. That vampire floor is kind of nasty. There we go.
Our
Also
gold
attacks.
mine has collapsed.
And we
You've
have
changed,
to find
Tyrande. There is little mercy left in you.
Long ago, I swore to protect this land. I never had the luxury of sleeping through times of great peril.
If your endless vigil has hardened you, my love, it must be part of your goddess's plan.
She's even losing chill against her husband.
Research finished.
Anudora! Immediately.
Okay, so
As
we
the
are
goddess
minus a
wills.
gold mine again. So we need to find another one. Meanwhile, we're
By
also
Elune.
under attack. It might be worth... building up this. While we have a bit of a surplus and our
warriors have
forces really
engaged.
aren't all that
The
bad.
voice of Elune.
We did lose a couple in that fervor attack.
Immediately.
Tower upgrades coming. Okay. Tyrande, we need to find another gold mine.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
The goddess calls.
Once you guys are healed up,
Research
back down
finished.
here. Yeah, you drained all the moon wells.
So be it.
Your building is
We
complete.
are going to have to fight through humans, it seems.
Your building is complete.
So we're going to need to build some ballistas.
Your building is complete.
And I think that might have been our last gold mine as well, so we're going to be super scarce until we can, unless we can find another one. Which maybe we can take over theirs? Doesn't have a lot in it. They don't seem to be mining from it either, so yeah, I think that's what we're supposed to do. Alright. So you guys... Let's move you guys out here. Got Brooder guys can come out here. You hang around here. You hang around here. You hang around, let's see, right there, and then you...
Research finished.
Right about here.
Insufficient
Dryads because
gold.
they got sorceresses and priests.
Someone threatens the wilds.
And I'm gonna have to do my best with what I have. Alright guys, so I'm gonna try go ahead and taking out these towers, because as long as that gate stands, we can probably shoot past it. Well,
There is danger ahead, Priestess. You must proceed with caution.
oh well, the gate opens on its own.
Our sacred grove is being
That's
desecrated.
not good.
I
That's
heed
not
the
good.
voice of Elune.
Our warriors
Where are
have
these guys coming
engaged the
from?
enemy.
Looks like there's something over here. Just have them tear those
Our
down.
sacred grove is being desecrated.
The goddess calls.
Are we being invaded?
Ashatoraman.
Are we being invaded? Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
For Kalimdor.
Someone threatens the wild. Someone threatens the wild. So be it.
Move up here for some heals.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Insufficient gold.
Alright, gotta get moving.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
I can actually use these guys to help assault this, since there's really no use in them sticking around at the moment.
Create more moonwells.
Just gonna add you guys to group 4. I wish they would share the root command so I could just shift click them all into place.
I heed the voice of Elune.
You eat a tree, save on our resources doing that.
I
Shit.
heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my
Our
senses?
sacred grove is being desecrated.
Truth may not root.
The land is
An extra thing in storms.
Ashatoraman.
There we go. That was somewhat efficient. So let's move these guys in.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my
Take out
senses?
the tower.
Something is amiss.
Let's weaponize their lumber
Hush,
line.
there are double. The land
Someone
cannot
threatens
be
the
won.
wild.
all in all, this is going fairly smooth. I'm going to want to take out that next.
What threatens these lands?
Let's go ahead and get you guys moving in. Mages. See if we can just like sneaky get you in here. You guys come up with an attack as well.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Yeah, it's one of the things I love about the Night Elves is that it doesn't get used very often, but you can weaponize your base. It's pretty insane. Look at him go. It's fantastic. Take out whatever defensive structures are left.
In the name of Cenarius.
The land and I are one.
Okay, so we didn't use any ballistas during that. Fantastic. Portrait of Ages is trying to find a way to path around. So we can place to help with the aerial defense. Actually do more damage when they're rooted, which makes sense, but it also changes the damage type that they do. I think the gargoyles are medium armor, maybe? So let's get the protectors set up. You guys can get down here. So I don't know if anything's going to try to come through that gate. We have a huntress still standing. We do not. Alright, so where's our maintenance wisp?
On your mark.
Your building is complete.
Alright, let's get that going. And this is another part where we just have to chill out and wait. Instead of wasting resources on you, let's just have you eat a tree. And then root there. And you're all good. Don't worry about him, he's fine. Just have you sit up here. And then I could use some huntresses.
Insufficient gold.
They are pretty expensive.
As the goddess wills.
Use another dryad as well. Glaive throwers are fine. You just gotta be extra careful with them. Where is... Let's get a scout out while we're waiting for things to build up. Got some ghosts down here, which means I think that those actually pose a threat of possessing our units, so we don't really want to lose them. It's probably best just to send the heroes in because they're immune to possession. Some wolves.
Our gold mine is running low.
Some more wolves. And a wraith. And a death revenant. Not sure if that's going to be worth trying to take on.
Create more moonwells.
Ah. Actually, let's have... Yeah, let's do it up here.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Let's try. What else is going on around here?
The great outdoors.
So I don't want to lose any units to the ghost down there.
Your
There's a human base up here. Is that accessible? Can I steal their gold mine? No, they're on a cliff as well. Which I don't seem to have had a lot of interaction from them. I never checked out what was on that other end. Down here.
Ah, the great outdoors.
So maybe that's where the orc units have been coming from? That little tunnel there? I don't know. Hope our scout can make it in time. Go, little birdie, go. Oh, there's some trolls up here.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
Okay.
Your building is complete.
Let's get a glimpse. Didn't make it in time.
Someone threatens
Okay,
the
well,
wild.
let's just send you up here while I work with what's going on down here.
What
Really, that
threatens
should be
these
all that I
lands?
desperately need.
What is nature's call?
Yeah. Whatever's left over, I guess I'll make more protectors to fight the ghosts with. We can probably just send in the buildings to attack with them. Let's keep up with our little bird boy.
Goddess, light my path.
Okay, looks like it's just a cave, but that might be where the orc units have been spawning from. Because I think they're the only, aside from that human base we took. Uh-oh. Please don't interfere with that. Don't gather their attention.
The goddess calls.
Goddess, light my path.
Oh.
Be careful, priestess. These woods are overrun by the dead.
As the goddess
Something
wills.
is amiss.
Let's move our guys over here so they don't accidentally grab the attention of something up there. Kind of like that.
So be it.
Goddess,
more
light
moon.
my path. Make it fast.
Okay, so there's
Thy
that.
illume.
Let's get you guys up and moving. You come huddle up over here. So I'm going to have these guys move out and hopefully clear out some of the ghosts for us, because the buildings would be immune to possession. Just hang out here. And I'll leave these guys, my actual army, over there to defend any airwaves that might happen to cross by. A tree. Hindrance. Given how fast that guy's going down, it might not have been a good idea to bring the trees. but he is regenning pretty quickly. Just got to micromanage a little bit more. Alright, how many got? 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get them all healed up. Then we can just slowly make their way out. I might have Malfurion tag along with them.
These lands. It shall be done.
Man. Oh, hello. That's a unique model. Yeah, that's like completely new redesign. It used to just be purple treants that would attack. But now they're all withered and dressed looking.
Treant may not root.
Okay, it requires a little bit of management, but it's not ineffective. Just gotta keep an eye on when he stops regening. I think this is actually the first time I've used this strategy to clear out this area. Yeah, I was 6 when I first started playing this, so my first actual playthrough of this, anytime I lost, I'd use cheat codes to get past it, but it's a lot better when you don't do that. Much more entertaining, a lot more strategy involved. You coming? Now, Furion, where'd you go?
Anudora.
Are you stuck? You're a little bit stuck.
Are we being invaded?
Ah, we lost the tree.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I think they'll prioritize the hero over the tree as well.
Something is amiss.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Anudora.
Let's have you guys uproot and eat. Probably could have just done this with Warcraft. I think there's something down here for you guys to take out.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
It shall be done. Ashtherodanador. Anudora. For Kalimdor. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Our warriors have engaged.
Something is amiss. For Kalimdor.
Alright.
Anudora.
is going surprisingly well. Just have you guys cluster up here.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Let's see how far Malfurion can get on his own.
It shall
all around
be
this
done.
corner here. Oh, there's a guy.
Anudora. For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador.
There we go.
It shall be done.
Oh, they're respawning. So I wonder if I can use this method to take out the Death Revenant and then move past, because he looks like he is... What is this? How do I get to that? That's what I want to get to. Tyrande. I just noticed the gold mine. Where do we get to that? So, this ramp? That's right around the corner, isn't it? There's some corrupted treants there, but yeah, we can just go take that. The Death Revenant is down here. So, let's get up and moving.
It shall be done.
Our guys are good there, pretty much. Okay. So we're gonna have to actually move the army down here.
Something is amiss.
Just do great migration that way.
The land and I are one.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So this would, or the tree method would have worked if they didn't respawn. But it looks like just the skeletons respawn. The ghosts we did need to clear out.
Something is amiss.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh, that could be nasty. Be careful with the ghosts. I don't know if it's the ghosts of the race that possess, but I don't want to encounter that.
Something is amiss.
You guys got this?
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Yeah, you got it.
No! The outpost has been corrupted, and the Treants have been driven mad. They do not deserve this cruel fate.
Come no further, weakling. Lord Tychondrius commanded us to kill anyone attempting to enter this place, and we shall.
Pathetic wretches. It pains me that you once called yourselves night elves.
Our warriors have
So yeah,
engaged.
there's another race born out of elves dealing in magic. They shouldn't. Satyrs were once night elves who they become satyrs whenever they take on the fell energy, apparently.
The land and I are one.
The wisps. Let's let you guys move down to like here.
As the goddess wills.
Here, Tyrande still got some healing wards, so let's make use of those.
By Elune.
I am sworn to avenge.
What threatens these lands?
Okay, I lost most of the protectors, which wasn't ideal. It was an interesting theory. I'm glad I at least tested out that method, because it was effective. I wouldn't say it was efficient, but it was effective, provided that they didn't respawn. Alright, guys, let's...
The land and I
Our
get this
warriors
cleared
have
out.
engaged the enemy.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Alright, so that's cleared out. Get you
As
guys
the
moved up
goddess
here.
Is amiss.
Let's get this gold mine taken. I really do. I want to at least try to take out the Death Revenant. I might make a save file to fall back on instead of having to redo all this again. But we'll see. One, two, three, four, five, six. And the one that's left over just sitting on a tree. Which really, with the units I have now, should be plenty to,
Standing guard.
should be plenty to deal with this, base up here. Which means I could
Treants may not
spend
root there.
more resources on protectors. Oh, that looks nasty. I like that they get unique models, because they used to just be recolored to the purple-green, but now they have, like, mushrooms on them. It looks a little bit, grotesque. More, gnarled than our guys. It's nice.
Your building is complete.
My big concern is with the Death Revenant, just how much damage he's going to do to us. Because I don't remember what abilities they have on them, but I think we encountered one... I'm pretty sure we encountered one in a previous campaign. I just don't remember what it had on it. These rays, I think the rays are the ones that can protect or possess. He might give something good out of it. But do I want to go after it? What I want to do is get some healing up, and then I can also use that for a push to reinforce a little bit. Might as well grab that. Okay. So I'll cut ahead whenever I start moving again. Alright guys, so I've decided I'm going to take out the, try to take out the Death Revenant. So I'm just going to have our guys move down here. I built up some more protectors up here to keep us alive from the satyrs while we're doing this. Just get these guys cleared out real quick.
These lands.
Whatever we do, we gotta do it
Warriors
quickly.
have engaged
The
the
land and
enemy.
I are one.
Your building is complete.
Something is amiss.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
These guys got it.
By Elune.
Okay, so let's
Has
have
sleep
Malfurion
dulled
lead
my
off.
senses?
Some treants.
The land and I are one.
Pulls attention.
Friends, these lands.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
For Kalimdor. Something is amiss.
Doesn't look like I had to worry about possession at all, apparently. Okay.
Hopefully the land will heal itself of this cursed blight. We should get moving. The Barrow Dens lie within the valley just ahead of us.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
What did that do for me, though?
The land and I are one.
Didn't seem to get an
As
extra
sleep
item out of it.
dulled my senses.
Okay. Let's make use of our wisp since this is the, that was the last gold mine, I believe. Bring these guys back up here to heal. I mean, I'm glad I took it out, but did I get something out of it? I guess this area doesn't respawn undead anymore. And the trees are all back. Trees are regrowing at least, I guess. Huh.
What threatens these lands?
Okay, so let's build back up some forces.
The land
Still got my
and
3
I are
ballistae
one.
glaive throwers. I do it every time. Why don't I catch myself? Let's do like that, and then whatever's left I'll spend on protectors.
Your building is complete.
Because at least with the protectors, they don't technically count towards the supply cap. So if I hit supply and still have stuff left over, I'll spend it on protectors. And we'll regroup then. Okay, so while we're waiting for these units to come out, let's get you guys moved over there. Furion, move you and your girls down here.
By Elune.
Let's get up here.
I stand ready.
Let's just move you guys out of the way for a second. We're going to take with you. Have you guys come up here. Actually, what I'm going to do, now that I think about it, because it's a better idea, I have Tyrande use a scout owl and bring in the glaive throwers and take out these protectors up here. So you guys get in position here.
I stand
Protectors will cover you from whatever units they happen to have up there. Tyrande scout owl. Owl.
As the goddess wills. As the goddess wills.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So be it. By Elune.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Okay, so we got that. Now let's do something with all of you guys. Have a little bit of fun. So we're going to pull you guys back.
What threatens these lands?
Add you to group 1.
By
The land and I are one.
I need to get a wisp on you. Have you repair that and then go back to the harvesting. And then you guys do the Great Tree Migration up here. March of the Ents, Lord of the Rings, all that reference.
Treant may not root there.
Let's just have you guys start spreading into there. And eventually one of them will start attacking a building, which will attract the other units, which will pull the enemy units in range of the other protectors. I'm pretty sure there's a name for that strat. Probably something about the word crawling.
Something is amiss.
Triot may not be. Triot may not be.
There we go.
Threatens these lands.
Room for the big boys.
Triot may not be.
Let's bring in... Oh, hello.
Triot may not be.
So that's a different form of animate dead. It doesn't make them invulnerable, apparently. So let's react to that, please.
The land and I are one.
Okay, Dryads, you can't just block everyone in with your horse's ass.
For Kalimdor. Ashtherodaldo.
Anyways, we had fun with our protectors. That was pretty cool.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay.
Immediately.
What threatens these lands?
So we didn't need the protectors after all, but they're fun to use. You spend so much time micromanaging them that it becomes inefficient to use them like that in versus play, but it's fun that they can do that.
It shall be done.
I don't have to find anything off this barrel then, do I?
It shall be done. For Kalimdor.
Alright, well, that was that. Simple enough. Ooh, lovely.
Come forth, druids of the Talon. Let the storm crows fly once again upon the winds of war. Ishnu Allah, my brethren. Kalimdor has need of your powers once again, for the hour of doom is at hand.
We are yours to command, Shundo Stormrage.
Now we must delve into the earth, and rouse the ferocious druids of the Claw from their slumber.
Alright, so we get the Druids of the Talon. They are a support spellcaster similar to the Sorceress. Because they, well, yeah, similar to the Sorceress. They're mostly used for crowd control and scouting. Next episode, we're going to go wake the Druids of the Claw, which are really the only healers, aside from the Keeper of the Grove and Moonwells, that the Night Elves have access to. But they're pretty neat. They change forms, or both the Druids do. They, Druids of the Talon can transform into a crow. It gives them, well, flight. They also have access to scouting, and I think Fairy Fire, which is pretty nifty as a disruption mechanic. And the Druids of the Claw turn into bears. In their humanoid form, they get a regrowth, or rejuvenation. It's a heal over time spell that everyone would be familiar with if you played World of Warcraft. And I think they also get, what is it called? Roar or something. They get some kind of roar. which has the effect of the Scroll of the Beast, increases damage of units around it. But then they can also transform into a bear, which makes them a pretty decent tank unit, similar to the Tauren. Probably not. It's a bit of ignorance going into that statement, but that's what I compare them to. And I think you can also eventually upgrade them so that they can cast Roar while they're in bear form as well. So, we're going to meet with them next time. But until then, leave a like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.